All right, it's Hector Rosario. It's up. Just a sound check. Hopefully, if you can hear my voice, those of you who are commenting in the comment section, let me know that you can hear my voice as we're trying to fix the sound here. The second shot is good. It is 4-0 our score. Voorhees up over Morris. Bounce pass into the lane. Here's a shot for three, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Javier King. So once again, if you can hear the sound, please give me a thumbs up in the comment section. All right, thank y'all. We was working on the sound, so that's why you probably went kind of muted for the first couple of minutes. As Phillips hits his second field goal, and Julius Phillips, the junior out of Philadelphia, now with Voorhees, a 6-0 lead with 18 minutes and 10 seconds to go. And that is an air ball put up there. And of course, the crowd is going to let Washington hear about it. Mac Washington putting up that air ball. As we just played a little over 2 minutes here in this first half, Tigers at 6-8, looking for their 7th victory of the season. Meanwhile, for Morris, it's been a rough road for Morris here so far. It sounded like it was a foul on Morris. It seemed like, from what I understand, it's on A.J. Vaught. Vaught picks up his first personal for Morris. That's the second personal foul as a team. And it's 7-0. Some defense there, and they'll call a foul. Hector Rosario will pick up his first foul, and that's the team's first foul of the first half. 7-0 is our score. Tigers up over Morris. Tigers themselves have a couple of games coming up here this week. Oh, a steal by Phillips. Up the court it goes. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby with the deuce. And it's 9-0, and we'll have a traveling violation called against Vaught. 17 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. Voorhees up 9-0. Second game of our doubleheader. And this is the first of two home games this week for Voorhees men's team. They play tonight, and then they play on Friday night at 7 p.m. Rosario, good move inside, gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. Rosario with his first field goal. His other 2 points came from the free throw line, and it's an 11-0 run to start the game for the Tigers. Fadeaway shot is no good. Morris having their problems early. Here's Phillips. Phillips. He tried to pass it off. It looked like Joseph was there open, but instead, here's a three-pointer. No. Phillips with the rebound. Phillips just inside the free throw line, cannot hit. Washington on with the rebound. 11-0 is our score as we played 4 minutes into this first half. Under the 16-minute mark, it's 11-0. Voorhees on top. Morris still looking for their first points and a block. What a defensive play there by Hector Rosario. The block and throwing the ball off of Vaught. Mari Joseph comes out. And coming in for the first time, Malachi Johnson, big number 50 for the Tigers. Malachi has played well when he's in there. Give it off to Malachi. Can't hit from up close. 15.5 minutes to go. Thank you once again for everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit the comment section. Let us know where you're watching the game from. Here's the three-pointer on the way. It's no good. Rebound there by Phillips. 11-0 is our score if you're just joining us. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube and also on Facebook. Phillips spots up for three. And that hits the top of the backboard. So Morris will have possession. $11-0. Voorhees on top with 14 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Good defense here of the Tigers so far. Under 10 seconds and it's still. Here comes Rosario. Rosario puts it in. So Hector Rosario getting off to a strong start. 6 points, and it's 13-0. Voorhees on top, looking for more. Ford, as the ball goes right back into the hands of Morris. Three-pointer on the way. It's good there. Morgan. So Charles Morgan hits the three-pointer. And it's 13-3. Voorhees on top as Ford loses the ball and back into the hands of Malachi. And Voorhees still, the shot clock has not reset it. So it's at now 5 seconds to go. 4 seconds. They got to put it up. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Will it be too much time? Wyndham checks in. Also checking in for the first time, De'Ronte Foster. Foster and Malachi are a formidable pair down low. As we go into the comments room, Casey Johnson, thank you for joining us. And of course, always watching your son from Philadelphia. I know Philadelphia is getting ready for that Eagles-Giant game coming up this Saturday. So I know that city is in a buzz right now. Also, big shout out to Myra Washington. She's watching us from the center of the universe, Rambert, South Carolina. I did not know. That's the first time I knew that's where the center of the universe is at. Thank you for letting me know. 13-3 for those of you just joining us here on the live. Turnaround shot is good for Hector Rosario. Oh, Rosario now 8 points. Under 13 minutes to go here in this first half, 15-3. Voorhees up over Morris. Morris has had their struggles here this year as Malachi, ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Voorhees. Once again, Foster and Johnson together down low. Both of them with long arms definitely can protect the basket. And we have a timeout by Morris as they was unable to throw the ball in. Oh, it's a 30-second timeout called by the Hornets. 15-3. Voorhees up, thanks in part to the early scoring brigade for Hector Rosario. Rosario with 8 points. And right now, take a look at the president, Dr. Ronnie Hopkins, the 10th president. I know he enjoyed the ladies' game, and he's sitting back and enjoying what's going on so far with the men's leading 15-3. And of course, while we have a moment on the president, we want to remind you that we have the MLK celebration coming up tomorrow. And you can watch that live on our Facebook page and also our YouTube page as well, as festivities will begin at 11 a.m. As that pass was stolen there by Rosario. Foster backs in down low with the body. So Foster with his first 2 points, and it's 17-3. Voorhees on top. Out of the corner for three. Over Foster. And hitting that three is Terry. Marquez Terry with his first points of the ball game, and it is 17-6 as we're coming up on the 12-minute mark remaining in the first half. Here's Wyndham. Wyndham down the lane, puts it up, and good. Boy, it'll be very good if Wyndham can get off here this evening, as we'll have a foul called against Willoughby. Wyndham can definitely be a charge off the bench for the Tigers. Keyshawn Fleetion, number 11 for the Tigers, checks in for the first time. We come up on the 11.5-minute mark remaining in the first half, 19-6. Voorhees on top, and we have another whistle. Look like this one will go against Foster. So Foster picks up his first, team's third. At the line, shooting for Morris and hitting the first shot is Marquez Terry. Check that, that's Washington. My statistician here, Kaya, is here to help me out. Washington hits the second. Just want to let you know where our broadcast booth is at. We're way up here in the bleachers. So sometimes numbers can get juggled up sometimes. That's why you need a pair of young eyes. Thank you, Kai. Foster can't hit, follows up, no good. But we'll have a foul. Javier King called for the foul. That's his second. Out of the pack and putting it in is Vaught. So Vaught, 2 points, 19-10. So Voorhees at one point in time was up 17-6. Wyndham can't hit. Like I said, we'll need Wyndham down the stretch, hitting some key three-pointers. And back the other way, hitting a three-pointer is Vaught. That's his first three-pointer. Vaught has 5 points. And with 10.5 minutes to go, Morris making a little comeback here. 19-13 is our score. Rosario gives it up to Wyndham. Wyndham. Oh, didn't know what to do while he was middle of the air. Here's Vaught. Alley-oop. Good defense there by Rosario to break up that alley-oop. Here's Fleetion. Bounce pass. Wyndham puts it in. So Wyndham with 4 points, and it's 21-13. Voorhees on top. 3-pointer the other way, no good. Malachi with the rebound. As we're coming up on 9.5 minutes to go, 21-13 is our score. Voorhees on top for those of you just joining us. Fleecian with the 3-pointer and the whistle. And the whistle will go the other way. And that will be called on Malachi Johnson. So Malachi picks up his first, team's fourth. Bryce Wilson checks in for the first time for Voorhees. Coming up on 9:15 remaining here in the first half, 21-13. Voorhees on top of Morris. Once again, thank you for everybody in the comment section, as that is way off. Opportunity underneath the basket, no good. So we have a foul. Foster picks up his second personal foul, team's fifth. At the line shooting will be Kevion Robinson. Kevion, he's a nice slasher, and he can create to get his own shots. Robinson, definitely a person that can attack the basket, as he short rims that first one. Mari Joseph checks back into the ball game. Foster will sit down with 2 fouls. 9 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first half, 21-13. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Voorhees basketball from wherever you're watching us from. Under the 9-minute mark, it is a 7-point Voorhees lead at 21-14. Wyndham, count it, and 1. So Wyndham doing what he do, coming off the bench, scoring 6 points. But he can score a lot more points than that, especially if he gets going behind that 3-pointer. Wyndham completes the 3-point play. 7 points on the evening so far. And it's 24-14. Voorhees up by 10. And we'll have a traveling violation. Washington called for the travel. As we check into the comment section, Jackie Blackburn says, "Go Tigers." Wyndham made somebody fall, but unable to hit. Did you see how Wyndham just stared at the defender as he fell down? Man. Wide open 3-pointer, no good. Ford, fall-away shot, no good. Ball knocked around, finally controlled by Morris. Out of the pack for Morris. Up the front court, 3-pointer on the way, no good. So Vaught unable to hit. Here's Wyndham. Wyndham, nice half so far. 7 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. 24-14. Ford tries his hand at a 3 and hits. Christian Ford with a good 3-pointer, and that extends Voorhees' lead now to 27-14. As we're coming up on the 7.5-minute mark remaining here in the first half. 27-14 is our score. Tigers over the Hornets. Double team. Nice defense. Oh, that ball went out of bounds. Yes, it did. And that one will belong to Voorhees. Good defense there. 27-14 is our score. Here's Voorhees. Here's Ford. Ford. Here's Wyndham. Wyndham being guarded by Washington. Wyndham. Oh, what a block there by Mac Washington. Got to give it up to that good defense right there. Wyndham looked like he was trying to squeeze it in there, but it was intercepted. Back comes Washington, bounce pass. That looked like a near traveling violation. Out of the pack comes Wyndham. Wyndham will take it in all the way. No good. The follow for Joseph is not there. Back come Morris the other way. Here's Washington. Ford. Nice defense. Oh, they'll call the foul on Ford. Ford had pretty good positioning there, but instead he'll be called for the foul. That is his first personal. So it's the team's sixth foul. Tyler Willoughby waiting to get back in. Mac Washington will be at the line shooting. Willoughby checks back in now as well. Wyndham will check out. Washington at the line shooting. Washington hits the second. 2 for 2. And it is a 27-16 Voorhees lead over Morris with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first half. As Ford was looking for Joseph, but Joseph did not see the pass. So here's Morris trying to take advantage. There's a double team near steal as they trap. Cross-court pass. Washington, step back. Shot is up, no good. Willoughby can't hit. Ball knocked around and is finally controlled by Morris. Back the other way is A.J. Vaught. A.J. Vaught with 7 points, and it's 27-18. Voorhees on top. Ford tries his hand at a long three. No good. Willoughby on with a rebound. Put back. Counted and one. Tyler Willoughby with the off-balance shot. Willoughby was really trying to draw the foul, but it just so happened to go in. 29-18, and Washington is called for the foul. So Willoughby will be at the line to try to complete the three-point play. That shot put up, no good. Here comes Ford. Ford up to Willoughby. Willoughby can't hit. Ford all alone at the corner. No good. Rebound. Sellers. Let's see what the whistle is. They'll call a 3-second violation. called against the Tigers. 4 minutes and 55 seconds to go. It's a 30-18 Tiger lead as they try to do some trap in the backcourt. Ball goes out of bounds. They'll say Voorhees basketball. So great defense there. Inbounds pass is a shot. It's short. Ford underneath the basket, battling 3 Hornets. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. Clock stops with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 30-18 for those of you just joining us. Voorhees on top of Morris. I'm Clarence Jones. Thank you so very much for joining us here this evening. Second game of our doubleheader. Lady Tigers defeated the Lady Hornets 101-35 earlier tonight. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Willoughby, he senses it and puts it up and in. So the leading scorer and a steal, a block, good play there. But Ford keeping the offensive play alive. Phillips backs it back out. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Some opportunities here for the Tigers. Phillips just inside the three-point line and hits. Phillips, who scored 4 quick points early on in this half, now comes back into the ball game and gets a quick 2. And it's 34-18. Voorhees on top. Whistle the other way, count it, and 1. As Kita was able to hit. So the foul is called on Bryce. Excuse me, on Sellers. That's his first. Team 7th. 34-20 is our score. Voorhees on top. A rivalry renewed here. As Rosario had to pick up the ball, gets off to Phillips. Here's Ford. 3.5 minutes to go. Ford right down the lane. So Christian Ford, his second field goal. He has 5 points on the evening, and it's a 16-point Voorhees lead at 36-20. Long three-pointer, no good. Ball knocked around, still loose, and it's controlled by Morris. Another opportunity. That shot was partially blocked by Ford, but Morris still with possession. Out of the corner for 3. That's good. And that is Morgan. So Charles Morgan, his second three-pointer of the evening. And it's now, now they call it a 2. It's a 2-pointer. So Phillips comes back with a 2-pointer himself. 8 points for Julius, and it's 38-22. That shot there, no good. Phillips on with the rebound. Here's Rosario. Rosario. Nice. Rosario now in double figures with 10 points. And it's an 18-point lead for Voorhees, their largest lead of the ball game. Ball goes out of bounds. Vaught was looking for a foul. Two minutes and 1 second remaining here in the first half. Voorhees up 40-22. Foot on the line, that's not a 3. But it rolls in. The iron is kind for Morgan. Morgan with 7 points, and it's 40-24. Voorhees on top. Coming up on a minute and 35 seconds to go here in the first half. There goes the steal. Nice play for Javier King. Spotting up, long range 3. That barely hit the backboard. under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. 40-24, Voorhees on top. Here's Rosario. Man-to-man defense. Now they switch up. Willoughby for three. Good. Tyler Willoughby. That's his first three-pointer. Willoughby is now in double figures with 10. Too hard off the glass. Phillips comes around with the rebound. Oh, that's a foul there. And so we'll go back down the other way. Mac Washington picks up the foul. So it's team 6. And Washington is supposed to be his second foul, but they have it down as his first foul. We'll clear that up. I believe that's his second foul. Well, we'll clear it all up. 49.7 seconds to go. 43-24 is our score of Voorhees on top. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby. Oh, nice. Nice. Unable to hit. Out of the pack comes Washington. Here comes Morris trying to cut into that 43-24 lead. No good. Johnson on with the rebound. Long range three. Can't hit. Here's King trying his hand. And that one was knocked out of his hand by Phillips. Good play by Julius. Shot clock turned off. Voorhees could go for the last shot. 9 seconds to go. And counting down. Here we go. 5, 4. Rosario with 2 seconds. 1 second. Puts it up. No good. Rosario was looking for the foul. But Voorhees played a good half of basketball as they go into halftime. They go back into the locker room. Voorhees up 43-24. A 19-point lead for the Tigers. So a really good play here by the Tigers. But we're going to talk about it in just a little bit as we're at halftime right now. 43-24 is our score. So stay with us. We'll have the halftime festivities coming up right after this. Welcome back here to the Dawson Center as the halftime festivities continues, not just on the court, but off the court as well, as we have a crowd from Morris that made the trip from Sumter, South Carolina. And, of course, the student section of both Voorhees and the student section of Morris is getting into it. A little bit of chatter here, back and forth. But right now, it's the Voorhees Tigers up by the score of 43-24. I'm Clarence Jones, and this is the halftime report. Now, when you look at it, in the first half, the Tigers got off to a really good start. Julius Phillips poured in with 8 points, but you have to give it up to Hector Rosario. Rosario has done a fabulous job here so far. I think I see some people in the comments talking about Rosario. Yes, Hector Rosario is having a wonderful game here so far, already in double figures. And if this keeps up, Hector Rosario is going to have between 25 to 30 points tonight if this continues the way how this has become. Terrell Wyndham has a nice game coming off the bench so far, although he hasn't hit a three, but he's been very efficient in the paint area, and he's poured in 8 points as well, as about 3 Tigers are hovering around at or near double figures. The only one actually in double figures right now is Hector Rosario. But right now, for the Tigers, defensively speaking, they're having one of their better games with all these double teams and traps in the corners, causing turnovers, causing fits for the Hornets. Right now, Morris, I can see over my shoulder, the Hornets actually stayed out here throughout most of halftime. They just now have gone back into the locker room, but they're coming back out as well. But this Hornets team right now, it is gut check time for the Hornets. Meanwhile, for the Voorhees Tigers, it's all about finish. Finish. Can you finish? Coach Huff has implored to his team that in order to make it to the next level of excellence on the basketball court, you have to know how to close out the game. And right now, Voorhees looking pretty good out there. Right now, they have a 6-8 record, but they're looking to win their 7th game of the regular season and then turn their attention to Friday night. But before they turn their attention to Friday night, they have to complete what they started here tonight against Morris, and that is the finish. That means, of course, we had a good, decent, strong first half from Hector Rosario. Let's see if he can keep that up. Julius Phillips has done it not just on the offensive end, but also defensively as well with some key blocks. Can we see Malachi Johnson and also Foster as well? The Twin Towers down low. Can they continue to deny any paint entry for the Hornets? And meanwhile, the play off the bench for the Tigers has been sensational, as I was just talking about Foster and Malachi Johnson, but also Terrell Wyndham. Now, the question becomes, can Amari Joseph, can he get off? Because remember, this Voorhees team, you have at least 10 deep that can score into double figures. That's how good that they are on offense. But the key has been throughout this season has been on the defense. And they've shown the defense prowess tonight here against the Hornets so far. So now the key coming up in the next half, can the Voorhees Tigers close out and win their 7th game of the season, or will Morris will have a heck of a comeback? We'll see what happens. Hopefully that you'll join us. And we love that you are commenting and being a part of the broadcast as well. Continue to comment in our comment section for those of you who are watching us on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you so very much for all the comments. We are very appreciative. Also, we have to give a shout out to all the students that are behind the camera doing their thing right now. They're the ones that bring you the sights and the sounds of the doubleheader basketball game today. Before we let you go and get ready for the second half, a couple of programming notes. First off, tomorrow we'll have basketball action. The Lady Tigers will be taking the court tomorrow at 6 p.m. So hopefully that you'll join us. Then on on Friday night, the men Tigers will be back on the court at 7 p.m. Then on Saturday at 2 p.m., it will be the Lady Tigers back on the court. So just to get your scheduling viewing right for those Tigers fans for the next several days, we have basketball just about every day for the next 3-4 days. So that is tomorrow night with the Lady Tigers at 6 p.m. Then on Friday night at 7 p.m. will be the Men Tigers. Then on Saturday at 2 p.m., the Lady Tigers will take the court once again. And you can watch all the games coming up for the rest of this week right here on our YouTube page at the Voorhees University athletic page, and also the Voorhees University Facebook page as well. Right now, again, Voorhees with the 43-24 lead. So stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we have the second half of our ball game between the Tigers and the Hornets. Stay with us. All right, as we are ready to go. Second half ready to begin here. Clarence Jones here with you. Thank you so very much for tuning in to Tiger Basketball on YouTube and also on our Facebook Live. And also thank you for all of the fans, both Tiger fans and Hornets fans who has commented so far. We appreciate you. Phillips hits it. So Phillips, as I mentioned, one of a few Tigers that was hovering around near double figures. Well, with that shot, that puts Phillips 10 points. So we have a traveling violation called on Omar. 45-24. As we're about 45 seconds into this second half. Phillips once again. As we played a minute into this second half. Once again, we got Hornets and, of course, our Tiger Nation, Tiger fans commenting. But we also have Hornets fans as trying to root on Mac Washington. But instead, Willoughby unable to hit, but the follow is there for Phillips. Phillips now with 12 points. So Phillips right now is the leading scorer. Here's a three-pointer on the way. Willoughby, up the court it goes. Here's Ford. Ford, nice block out as he drew the foul. You know, it's very interesting that Morris coach Christopher Brown decided to keep the team out there on the bench instead of going into the locker room for the majority of the halftime. As Ford unable to hit. Charles Morgan checks back in for Vault. Second shot, no good. So we're at 47-24. Voorhees on top of Morris. Shot knocked away. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, and that's a nice block there by Joseph as the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. So once again, the Tigers, good defense, and they showed some good pressure defense in the first half, causing some turnovers against Morris. There is Willoughby. Fadeaway shot, no good. King grabs the boards. Ball goes out of bounds off the knee of Joseph as Ford was trying to hit a cutting Joseph. Probably a little bit too much mustard on that pass. We have played 3 minutes into this second half, and we'll have a foul. Foul called against Ford. Christian picks up foul number 2, and that's team foul number 1 of the second half. So Omar will be at the line. Omar been quiet here in this game so far. And Omar is a pretty good player for Morris. He can light it up at times. Omar hits free throw. And it is 47 to 25. Voorhees on top. Phillips thought about a three, still thinking about it. Now he drives down the lane. And that one, good defense there by Deshaun Johnson. Under 16 and a half minutes to go, 47 to 25. And that is an offensive foul called against Javier King. King picks up his third. And I think pretty soon King will have to come to the bench unless Coach Brown want to keep him in there. 47 to 25 is our score. Voorhees on top. Here's Rosario at the ball, knocked out of his hands. Free ball picked up by the Tigers. And there's 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's Ford. Ford takes it in. So Ford with 7 points, and it's now a 49-25 Voorhees lead with 15 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game as we have a whistle counted and a foul. Marquez Terry puts it in for two. Amari Joseph picks up his first foul. So Marquez Terry completes the three-point play. So Terry now with 6 points, and it's a 49-27 Voorhees lead as Rosario is fouled. Morgan picks up the foul. That's his first. So now the foul-troubled man, Javier King, will come out. And into the game for the second time is Robinson. Kavion Robinson, number 44, for Morris. 49-28 is our score. Voorhees on top, and the shot is good. Morgan puts it in. And Morgan is starting to have a nice second half. Here's Ford. Can't hit. Robinson with the box out. As we played 5 minutes into this second half, it's 49-30. Voorhees on top, but Morris trying to battle back. And with baskets like that, they're starting to get on a run. Terry with that basket, as we'll have a whistle in the backcourt. Morgan picks up the foul. That's his second, team's fourth. Malachi Johnson and Terrell Wyndham checks back in for the Tigers. It's 49-32. There's Rosario. Rosario, who had a hot first half. He's short on that shot. Morris trying to chip away. Here's a shot again for three. Marquez Terry. And Terry is starting to become a terror here in the second half. Right now, Morris on the run and will have a foul called. Morris feeling confident about themselves right now. It's a 14-point Voorhees lead at 49-35. Willoughby at the line shooting. Mo Davis is a Hornets fan, as the Hornets showing some life here in the second half. The lead now for Voorhees at 51-35. Nice dribbling, fancy, and once again, fought with the nice deuce. Hornets sticking around. 51-37. Wide open shot. It's good there for Willoughby. And that was a good shot to slow down this Hornets run right now. They pass it off. Bank shot is in, and the Hornets are really starting to feel it right here. As Johnson hits his first 2 points, and it's 53-39 with 13 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the ball game. Oh, flying in is Willoughby. And a quick timeout is taken by Voorhees as a good play there for Willoughby. 13 minutes and 7 seconds to go. The Hornets right now seems like they can't miss a basket. And remember, they struggled in the first half, but in the second half right now, they're doing pretty good from the field. 55-39 is our score. Just a reminder, our next broadcast for the Tigers will be on Friday night at 7 p.m. And then for the ladies, the Lady Tigers will take the court tomorrow night at 6 p.m. So hopefully that you'll end the week off right by watching the Lady Tigers and Tigers basketball, back-to-back primetime action. That's coming up tomorrow and Friday. But for now, Tigers trying to take care of business. As I mentioned during the halftime, it's about closing out as a double dribble is called against Omar. It's all about finishing out. Back into the ball game is Mac Washington, number 10. 55-39 is our score. 12 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the ball game. Here's Phillips. Phillips, who's had a nice all-around game so far. Fade away. Oh, and hitting the ground hard. It looked like that was Malachi that fell to the floor. Looked like the big man is all right. But that is definitely a foul called against Morris. Robinson picks up the foul. So as we have the wet spot now cleaned up. 55-39 is our score. Voorhees up, but Hornets trying to battle back as we'll have a foul call. Terry picks up the foul. That's his second personal, team 7th. So shooting one in the bonus is Willoughby. $12 minutes and 29 seconds to go here in the ball game. Willoughby hits the front end of the 1-and-1. This is one of the better shooters on the team, Willoughby, besides Terrell Wyndham. And of course, you have to think about Phillips and also Rosario as well. Pretty good shooters. As we have a foul call. Clock stops with 12 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Willoughby picks up the foul. That's his second. So Deshaun Johnson will be at the line shooting 2. Deshaun is a long, lengthy guy. He has a nice wingspan on him as well. $57-40. Voorhees on top. Nice pass inside. And there goes Phillips. Phillips definitely having one of his best games. And the ball goes out of bounds. And Voorhees will take over. Julius Phillips with 14 points so far. Here's Rosario drawing the foul. Hector is very good at drawing fouls and getting to the line. Rosario is an athletic, very athletic, especially when it comes to driving to the basket. As Rosario hits. Rosario with 11 points so far. Misses the second, but it looked like we have a lane violation called against Morris. So lane violation is called against Johnson. Excuse me, Morgan. So Hector makes good with the second chance at a second free throw. 61-40. The largest lead of the game for Voorhees right now. As the ball goes out of bounds off last touch by Washington. 61-40 as we hit under the 12-minute mark left in this ball game. Make sure you stay with us. We'll have the post-game show as we will interview Coach Huff and as well as Coach Glover. Wyndham! Nice play by Wyndham. Wyndham, who could be deadly behind the three-point line, but today, those points in the paint's becoming very valuable. As they will stop Malachi. Good defense there. And they called a foul on Malachi. And that's his second. But if you're a Tigers fan, you got to love the fact that the Tigers are very active here in the second half. 11 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the ball game. 63 for the Tigers of Voorhees, 40 for the Hornets of Morris College. As we have some supporting people from Morris here this evening as King hits. And I believe that's King's first basket, right? Yep. 63-42 is our score. Rosario! Again, Rosario knows how to draw the contact. So the 19th foul is for Morris. So Hector Rosario back at the line, shooting two more. They clean up the wet spot underneath the basket. 10 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the ball game, 63-42. For those of you just joining us here. Thank you once again for everybody that has commented so far here in this ball game. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. still trying to get some things figured out as Foster checks in. And Phillips, who had a nice game, is having a nice game here so far, checks out. Rosario hits the first. As the Rosario family watching Hector do his thing as he misses the second free throw. Voorhees up 64-42 as we're coming up on 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the second half. A little double team action here. Bounce pass. And that is a foul called against Voorhees. It looked like Foster. Dariante Foster picks up his third personal, and that's the team's fourth foul. So Deshaun Johnson will be back at the line shooting 2 with the clock stopping at 10 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the ball game. Christian Ford checks back in for the Tigers as Willoughby will check out. Second free throw is hit and timeout taken by Morris. And right now it is a 20-point lead for Voorhees, looking really good. But once again, it's all about closing the deal so they can wrap up their 7th victory of the season so they can look forward to their game on Friday night coming up at 7 p.m. Once again, a programming note, just to let you know that we have basketball pretty much every night for the next 3 nights, at least for the next 2 nights. And we'll have a afternoon matinee special coming up on Saturday featuring the Lady Tigers. So Lady Tigers will play tomorrow night at 6 and again on Saturday afternoon at 2. Meanwhile, the guys will play Friday night at 7 p.m. So make sure that you join us for the next couple of nights and Saturday afternoon. And that is our programming schedule that's coming up. So make sure that you join us. Coming out of the Morris timeout, Voorhees with possession and a 20-point lead at 64-44. Here's Ford. Gives it up to Foster. 10 seconds, 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Foster can't hit. Back come Morris. Still plenty of time left here in the ball game, but Morris needs to start heating up. Meanwhile, for Voorhees, they have done pretty good so far, as the basket will not count as the foul was on the floor. As we look into the comment section, Arthur Copeland. That's that right? 62 alumni. And Michael Jennings also in the room. Thank you so very much for tuning in. All the alums of this great school of Voorhees University, thank you for tuning in. As we have a double dribble violation. And that one is called against Morgan. Clock stops with 9 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the ball game. Here's Ford. Gives it up along the baseline. Too hard. Johnson hit from behind, but no call. As the shot clock is off, goes off as a shot clock violation. And we look like we got a shaking up Hornet down on the ground. That looks like it is Johnson. Johnson looked like he was holding his hand or midsection. One of the assistant coaches for Morris asking Johnson if he's good. He says yes, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Ball goes out of bounds. And the foul was called on Malachi. So Malachi picks up his third. As we have a wet spot on the floor once again. I have to clean it up. And I'm still looking at Deshaun Johnson. He still look like he's leaning over. He's not doing well at all, folks. He want to stay in the game, but the coaches need to recognize this and get a person in. I guess Johnson will push right through. Out of the right time, Malachi with the stop. The big defender gets his paws on the basketball. Here's Ford. Give it up to Sellers. Oh, right now, need to give it up to Malachi, but instead, Wyndham for three, no good. I think if they would have put it down low to Malachi, it was a mismatch there. Here's Johnson. Still kind of laboring a little bit as he gives it up. Oh, and they call the foul. Looks like that might be on Johnson once again. And it is on Johnson. So that is his fourth foul. So right now, Malachi will have to sit out. You still have 8 minutes and 37 seconds to go. And Malachi now with 4 fouls. And as soon as they said they need to sub him out, there he goes. Malachi to the bench. Gets a nice hand from Coach Huff. I have to say this, Malachi is a definite scrapper. He and Foster and Amari Joseph, all of the big men, they scrap. Right now, we have a delay in the action. We love the comments in the chat room. We just love it. And we thank y'all as well. Casey Johnson is very vocal about her son. Oh, and we have a traveling violation. No, 3-second violation called against Hector. (65-47), 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go here in the second half. Once again, stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show, and we'll have interviews from both Coach Cabral Huff and also from Coach Edward Glover. As if you're just joining us, The Lady Tigers took care of business earlier this evening against the Lady Hornets of Morris, winning 101-35. Oh, as slipping down was Morgan. Still a 19-point lead for Voorhees. Washington hits. So Mac Washington. And if I'm not mistaken, that is his first field goal of the evening. All the other points was earned on the free throw line. (65-48), under 7.5 minutes to go. Rosario, traveling violation. First, it was the 3-second violation. Now it's the traveling violation. Morris trying to get back into this ball game. That shot there, no good for a vault. Back the other way. Wyndham all alone. Corner three. No good. Washington can't hit. Another opportunity for the Hornets. In the lane, the shot is blocked. Ball knocked around, out of bounds. It will stay Morris basketball. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the ball game. 65-48 is our score. As Amari Joseph checks back in. It's 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Once again, we have a little wet stuff on the floor. And they'll clean it up. So right now, as we have a delay in the action as they clean up the floor, we just want to remind you that tomorrow we'll have the MLK celebration going on at Massachusetts Hall on the campus of Voorhees University. We'll have live coverage. You can watch the festivities tomorrow online at our YouTube page, Voorhees University, 1897. And also you can watch on our Facebook page at Voorhees University. That's the MLK celebration. That's coming up tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And then, of course, later on that evening will be Lady Tigers basketball at 6 o'clock as Marquez Terry for Morris picks up his third foul. You know, working here and these students, they are a joy. I just want to let you know what goes on behind the scenes. We can't let you know what's going on the air, but behind the scenes, it is something else. I gotta applaud all the students that helps us out on the broadcast each and every time. 66-48 is our score, under 6.5 minutes to go. Long three-point shot is good there for Terry. That even got Kaya saying, ooh. 66-51. That was a long three-pointer as Morris takes the timeout. 66-51. 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. As we have members of the Lady Tigers coming up there and giving us some snacks for the broadcast team. So that's cool. 6 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Once again, join us for more basketball action throughout the rest of this week. Tomorrow night will be the Lady Tigers take the court. 6 p.m. we'll get started. Then Friday night, the men will be back on the court. 7 p.m. will be game time. And then Saturday at 2 p.m., Lady Tigers will be back on the court. So make sure we have March Madness to come early as we have basketball for the next 3 days. So hopefully you could join us. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Hornets. (66-51) is our score. 6 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the ball game. Ford for three. No good. Thought about a three. Well, we'll take the three. That's short there for Terry. Deshaun Johnson, who was shaken up earlier, checks back into the ball game. Seems like he's fine now as he comes in, and Robinson checks out for Morris. Oh, nice anticipation there, stepping in front of the pass. A.J. Vaught. And Vaught draws the foul. Ford picks up the foul. That's his third. And the team's eighth. So shooting the 1-and-1. A.J. Vaught. Vaught with 9 points on the evening so far. Misses the front end. Ball goes out of bounds. And Morris will keep possession. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. (66-51) is our score. Voorhees on top. Voorhees has never trailed in this ball game, so they've led throughout. High arcing shot is no good. Out of bounds, last touch by the Hornets off of King. Here's Willoughby. Willoughby takes it in all the way. He was trying to draw the foul, but instead he gets the deuce. It's 68-51. Voorhees on top. Under 5 minutes to go left in the ball game. Another opportunity for the Hornets. Good defense as the ball knocked away, and good returning defense. And now both teams scrapping for a loose ball on the floor. Ford on top of the Hornets player, Terry. So will they call it a jump ball or a foul? Let's see. Oh, so they call it a timeout. Apparently it was a timeout. Did anybody see somebody call for the timeout while they were scrapping on the floor? Morris calls the timeout. I swear I did not see anybody call a timeout. I thought it was just scrapping for the ball. Oh, well. So with that, let's check into the chat room and see what we have here. Hector Rosario. Speaking about Malachi Johnson, he says, good, strong, big fella. Yes, he will be much needed down the stretch as well. I think all the big men for Voorhees will be much needed down the stretch, especially as you get into crunch time. As we get closer and closer to the end of the season. Yeah, Malachi and Amari Joseph and De'Ronte Foster will be much needed and much muscle down below. And I have to give it up to Julius Phillips as well. He's played a heck of a ball game here, and he'll be much needed. And also Terrell Wyndham. Like I said, this Voorhees squad can go 10 deep as far as scoring into double figures. But the key here for the success of Voorhees so far this season, and it will be throughout the rest of the season, will be defensively speaking. Can the defense for Voorhees stop the other team? And usually and it's become a very successful formula, is the fact that Voorhees, in all of their wins this year, they have held their opponent to under 70 points per game. Once again, we still have some wet stuff on the floor, so they'll clean that up. You know, it was a pretty warm day, kind of humid a little bit for a winter's day. But then again, when you're in South Carolina, winters only happen for about 3 weeks, towards the end of January and throughout February. Phillips checks back into the ball game. Javier King hits the second. And it's 68-53. Back the other way. Bryce with the dunk. 70-53. Voorhees about to get on cruise control as we coming up on the 4-minute mark remaining here in the ball game. Willoughby unable to hit. Back the other way. And that shot up and good. Terry, who's had a fabulous game here this evening. Into double figures. $70-55 with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Fleecian. $15-point lead. Oh, nice dribbling, fancy. Julius Phillips with the quick move. And Phillips now with 16 points. And it's off of the hands of Terry. Terry, as I was getting ready to mention before that turnover, he has had a good game here this evening as he goes to the bench, scoring 16 points so far. And in fact, I think Terry is the leading scorer for Morris here tonight. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Ball knocked around, picked up by Willoughby. Willoughby is fouled. Deshaun Johnson picks up his first. 10th team foul, so Willoughby will be at the line shooting the double bonus. Tyler Willoughby and Julius Phillips I'll say they are the players of the game for Voorhees. And you got to give special consideration to Hector Rosario. Well, Rosario started off really hot in the first half, actually jump-starting the offensive power for the Tigers. Morgan will be at the line shooting. Voorhees, 74. Morris, 55 with 2 minutes and 59 seconds to go. All right, we have another delay. We've had some delays here this evening. Morgan hits the first. (74-56) is our score. Voorhees on top. Rosario down the lane, and that's a foul called against Morris. And that one will go against Mac Washington. Washington picks up his second foul. So Rosario will shoot for two with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the ball game. 74-56. Voorhees in cruise control. Make sure you stay with us. We'll have the post-game show. Coach Huff, and also we'll have Coach Glover come talk about their victories here this evening. Of course, Glover already into the locker room with the victory, while Coach Huff is 2 minutes and 45 seconds away from getting victory number 7 on the season. Morgan long-range three is no good. So Voorhees up by 20, and a nice block there from behind, but I think they'll call the foul against Robinson. So Kavion Robinson picks up his second. Rosario be at the line shooting the double bonus. So if the score holds up, great victory for the Tigers. Their homestand will continue Friday night, 7 p.m. Hopefully you could join us. So we have a whistle. Willoughby will come out and to a standing ovation by his teammates. Willoughby played a nice game. Right now, it looks like Coach Huff is about to empty out his bench along the baseline. It's picked up there by Phillips. Phillips, up court it goes. Fleeson puts the exclamation point to a wonderful all-around game for the Tigers here this evening, up 79-56. A foul is called. A minute 45 remaining. Tigers on their way to their 7th victory of the season. Again, once I say, This is a very different Voorhees team from a year ago. As Mac Washington hits the first. 79-57. Voorhees on top as Phillips will come out, and Hector Rosario will also come out. Both of them played a strong game this evening, both in the double figures. (79-58) into the ball game. Amari Bryson, number 20. Here's Fleecian with the basketball. Gives it up. Bryson can't hit. And the crowd wanted a goaltend, but the ref says no. Back the other way. Here comes Bryson. He's fouled. So he'll try to earn his points at the charity stripe with 1:16 to go in the ball game. 79-58 is our score. So here's Amari Bryson, one of the freshmen on the squad out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, as he gets into the scoring book. Two for two at the line is Bryson, and it's now 81-58. Once again, a good all-around game this evening. Good team effort from the Tigers. From the starters to the bench players, great all-around game. Unable to hit. Fred Spells, number 30, for the Tigers, into the ball game right now. Under a minute to go. Amari Flood also into the ball game. Amari is another freshman out of Atlanta, as he picks up the foul. As I have an Atlanta native next to me, as she roots for her native people, which you should. That shot is good. Vaught, good effort, but tonight it's been all Tigers. Down to 35 seconds to go. 81-59. Here's Fleecian, can't hit. Fred Spells puts it in. So Fred with a deuce. Shot clock turned off. Three-pointer is good for Vaught. Voorhees can really just hold it. They don't need to put up another shot. Fleecian stumbles. Shot put up. Oh, it's good! Mikael Murray! Murray ends off the scoring, and that will do it. And look at the teammates all around Murray. What a way to end off a great night of basketball here, as the Tigers winners, and they improve their record now to 7-8 in NAIA competition. Meanwhile, Morris, it's a long season. I'll just say that. But Morris gave it a good effort, especially there was a spell during the second half where it gave some good efforts there. But 85-62 is our final score. Voorhees completes the sweep. First, it was the Lady Tigers winning 101-35, and now the boys winning 85-62. Stay with us. We'll have the post-game coverage coming up. We'll have an interview with Coach Huff and also with Coach Glover. That's coming up after we take this break. Once again, 85-62, Tigers victorious here this evening over Morris Hornets. We'll take this break and we'll come right back for the post-game show. You're watching Tiger basketball right here on our YouTube page and our Facebook page. Stay with us.
When you think about Voorhees University, think efficiency, effectiveness, and innovation. Know that we are even more mission-focused, student-centered, and data-driven. We are serving students better, creating more opportunities for service learning, and making the campus an ideal environment for teaching and learning and campus life. During the spring and summer months, we improved structures and landscaping totaling $3.5 million. We upgraded residence halls, repaired major systems on campus, replaced roofs, and conducted historic preservation work on the oldest building on campus, the Booker T. Washington Building. You can see pole signs that adorn the campus and take the Voorhees presence to downtown Denmark. Perhaps most importantly, students can take advantage of new majors in environmental science, hospitality and tourism management, and emergency management. We have 19 online degrees and a graduate degree in teaching and learning, with one concentration in education systems improvement and another in PK-12 education. Yes, we have something for everyone. We are planning facilities that will enhance student life and increase our reach into the community through the Becoming Beloved Community Initiative. Academic excellence and student success, talent acquisition, leverage and leadership, and accountability, stability, and sustainability. It is a great day to be at Voorhees University. We are happy that you are here to move with us to the next level of excellence.
All right, welcome back here to the Leonard E. Dawson Center. Victorious tonight for both the Lady Tigers and the Tigers as they defeat Morris here in back-to-back games. Right now, I have the victorious coach for the Lady Tigers, Coach Edward Glover. And Coach, dominant performance tonight. 101 to 35 was the final score. But, of course, Morris only dressed 7 players tonight. But still, they had to come play the game. And they did. Want to get your thoughts about the game and how your ladies prepared tonight.
Well, actually, it's our second time playing Mars this year. We saw them earlier in the Clinton College Classic up in Rock Hill back in November. At that time, I think they had around 10 to 12 girls, I'm thinking. Because they still put them all in the book today. Right. We were kind of figuring out who were they coming with. Right. So Coach went out and said, Coach, they only got 7. So I was a little surprised. After the game, Coach said she had a couple of players she need to rehab some injuries and things like that. But they'll be a different team when we see them at the end of the season.
Yeah, they will be a different team, and hopefully they'll have more of their roster there to help out. But let's get into this. The Lady Tigers, especially Ty Bunkley, was hot behind the three-point arc, especially in the first half, hitting 5 of her first 6 3-pointers. So explain about the hot streak of shooting here this evening for the Lady Tigers, because this right here could be the start of a building block of winning.
Well, one thing we added some pieces over the break, able to stop Cambria Parker tonight. Yeah. We was missing Anaze Ravenel. She was trying to take care of some things, but we'll have her back tomorrow night for the Allen game. But Cambria presence kind of took some of the pressure off Bunkley. First semester, Bunkley was our go-to, and other teams figured that out. And it was taking a lot away from her, putting pressure on our young guards. Parker comes in, being not a JUCO transfer, being a transfer from a Division II school. Also, Halea Carl, number 11, is a JUCO transfer. And she came in and did some good minutes at the guard. So what we've done, we was able to increase our production after our guard play. Hopefully get Ravenel back in the mix tomorrow. We can have some increased production at the post. So we're going to need it all tomorrow. Allen's going to be a very good team. You see them. We've seen them progress over the years. At one time we used to have our way with Allen. Then it got even. And Allen kind of been getting the last few games away from us, but they're Division II now. So we just have to play up to that level, and I think we can. I think we got the numbers now that can do that, and we're going to see how it goes tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how it goes tomorrow. But speaking about tomorrow, because of the COVID situation with Morris, and that kind of threw the schedule into like a little corkscrew. So now it seems like an NBA type schedule where you have back-to-back, but for you have 3 games in 4 days. So that talk about that and how you try to prepare the team as they go into this kind of a gauntlet of a schedule.
Well, what we did tonight, kind of like got our rotation going, and then second half we really just went to the bench, and the 5-6 players close out the game that normally don't play much this season, and but they're working their way in to get into the rotation. But we were able to close out that way and kind of give our starters some rest so they can get ready for tomorrow, and some of our other young ladies that are in our rotation.
So, and I guess with this dominating victory against Morris, maybe the Lady Tigers did not get a lot of, did not have a lot of, well, I wouldn't say not a lot of energy, but they didn't have to waste a lot of energy tonight, like meaning they'll have to go into overtime or having a close game. So you was able to rest your starters, especially late in the game. So, but how good is it to see even though it is Morris, but still, how good is it to see that the ladies, it seemed like to me, just really came together here tonight.
Oh yeah, it was real good. Mars is a rival. It's Mars. We've seen them year in and year out. 2 times this year. We've seen them 3 times. We've been in the same conferences. For as long as I've been here. But think about 2 years when we went GCAC, we weren't in the same conference. But we always play year in and year out. I know COVID did some things and we kind of missed out. But since we've came back and they've came back, yeah, we've kind of gone in 2 different directions. Because they had the longtime coach, Coach Gilbert Wilson, who we always went toe to toe, and I think we were right there with each other. And things kind of got a little different after he retired and after COVID. And since then they've been through 4 coaches in less than 4 years. Yeah.
So now, as I get you out on this question here, what can the Lady Tigers? Can we see another good performance like that as we've seen here throughout the rest of the season? So the Lady Tigers can really get on the ball here late in this season.
Well, we hope so. As conference-wise, we're still there, still in the mix, but we got to win games. That's how you get in the tournament. Our tournament is different. Everybody don't qualify. We're talking about 15 schools, so only half the field goes to our conference tournament to try to get that bid, those 2 bids to the national tournament. So hopefully this is a start of something. We're gonna see, Clarence. We're gonna throw it up tomorrow and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll throw it up tomorrow. Matter of fact, less than 24 hours from now.
24 hours. I told the girls, thank you to our cafeteria for providing us a good meal again tonight. Get some nourishment, get some rest. I know we got some programs to attend tomorrow for the MLK day here on campus tomorrow. But other than that, we'll try to take care of business.
Will you be able to have a shoot around before tomorrow's game?
We're gonna try. We're gonna try to get in here. We got the program tomorrow at 11. So after that, we'll try to get in here, kind of go through some things. Not too much. We don't want to wear them down, and get them in here about 2 hours before the game and make our preparations.
Well, Coach, quick turnaround, but that's the name of the game right now.
Because to win in the tournament, you got to do that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, Coach Glover, thank you so very much for joining me, and of course, we will see you tomorrow night against Allen. So get some rest yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, that was Coach Edward Glover of the victorious Lady Tigers, and right now we have another victorious coach about to enter the camera scene, Coach Huff, and Coach. Good game tonight. Just want to get your thoughts on the game, what you thought all around about your team.
Well, first off, I had to follow Coach Glover's team in that big blowout win they had, so had to come out and do something. But we're just glad. I feel like we finally got the rust off from being out on break for over a month, and we came out, we defended. That's what we talked about every time we get on this. Yes. We defended, we played together, we executed the game plan, and the guys had fun tonight.
Yeah, I see they had fun tonight from the starters to the bench players. But let's talk about some of the people that came off the bench tonight. Terrell Wyndham, although normally you would see him hitting threes from the corner, but I'm glad that he went into the paint and was aggressive to the paint. Not just him, but a few other players. So kind of let's name some of the players that really played an aggressive game tonight.
Oh, I thought our guards did a really good job from the starters, moving Hector to the point because we were without Jordan Blue tonight, and Tyler Willoughby had a great game, and Christian Ford going into the starting lineup. But then Terrell Wyndham coming off the bench, everybody wants to run them off the 3-point line, and we work on that. All right, when they run you off the 3-point line, what else can you do? You're very strong, so we can post you up. I thought he had a good game. I thought Julius Phillips had a really good game tonight at the 4 position. And then the energy from Keyshawn Fleeton and Bryce Wilson, those guys who came in and gave us great minutes. And I really bigged up our bigs in the locker room. The point total might not show, but what they did defensively and what we were trying to do, how they rebounded and walled up, I think they played great tonight.
And, and I mentioned it during the broadcast, when you have Foster in there, when you have Malachi Johnson in there, and they wingspan, it seems like they can protect the rim really good. And Amari Joseph, he can also protect the rim really good. But we've said this before plenty of times, that defense is going to be the key in this season. And I've said it before, I said it again, it seemed like every victory that Voorhees have, they've held their opponents under 70 points. And again, it come to fruition tonight. But what can you say about the defense defense and how that is progressing along?
I think we got back to our defensive ways. I think, again, that layoff, you kind of have to shake the rust off. You're a step slow because you haven't played a game. Tonight, we got back to who we are, defending, guarding, contesting shots, limiting them one shots, doing the things that we're supposed to do. And I was really excited about that. We got to carry that over. One conference game tonight, we got another one on Friday. So we got to carry that over.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to say, an NBA type schedule a little bit here. You don't get the 3 days off or 4 days off. Now you come back 48 hours. So what do you tell your team? How you tell your team to prepare for Friday's game?
Well, in reality, we've tried to prepare this to get to the conference tournament because you got to play back-to-back in conference tournaments. When we go next week on the road to Florida in our conference tournament pod, we got to play back-to-back. So really what we're doing now is just mentally preparing, physically preparing our guys for what it's like, for what it could be like when we get to the NAIA tournament. And I think we've had experiences like this through the season, so I think we'll be prepared. It's the first time Fisher has been down to little old Denmark, so it'll be an experience for them. It's the first time for us playing them since they've been in the conference, so it'll be interesting.
It'll be very interesting, and we hope that everybody could tune in. And we had a lot of comments tonight commenting about the men's game. Could you give a message to the fans that are always watching and always rooting for the Tigers?
And we appreciate it. We're near the top in our conference. We played a tough schedule. We keep grinding. I think we're back to where we want to be going into more conference play. Just keep riding with us. This is a great team.
Yeah.
They can be special. And I think we got some special things coming along the rest of the season.
Of course, we'll be there the rest of the way. So Friday, a big game Friday night, 7 p.m. Hopefully everybody will join us there. But again, congratulations on tonight. And also, look, I have to say this: the team looked like they was flying around there this evening, and it felt some kind of different way. Didn't you think so?
We've been working on it in practice, and we told them, go have fun, fly around, defend, dictate. We can dictate.
Yeah.
You see what happens.
Well, Coach Huff, thank you so very much for joining me. Congratulations tonight, and we'll see you Friday.
Thank you.
All right. That is Coach Cabral Huff on the victorious Tigers victory here tonight. It was a sweep over Morris as the Lady Tigers win it 101-35 in the first game. And then in this game right here, Voorhees puts up 85 points and they come away victorious with the victory over the Hornets. Well, that will do it here from the Leonard E. Dawson Center. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Got to give a shout out to all of our students. They were responsible for giving you the pictures this evening and also helping me out, Curtis Sumner as well. But before we go off the air, just want to give our condolences to the Sumner family. Curtis is again a loss in the family, and we are so appreciative of him. He is the director, producer, everything. He helps the students out, he helps me out, and just want to give our condolences to the Sumner family as they are grieving right now. But a big shout out to Curtis Sumner, who through all the family tragedy, he has come here and he has worked and he has put 110% to everything he has done. So I salute you, sir. Thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart, and also the students as well. That does it here for us. I'm not going to talk too much longer because we got another game coming up in less than 24 hours from now. So it'll be the Lady Tigers taking on Allen. That is going to be a tough matchup, but it is a matchup that I think the Lady Tigers will be ready for. And hopefully that you can join us. 6 o'clock will be the start time. So join us just before 6 o'clock on our YouTube channel, Voorhees University Athletics, and also on our Facebook Live, Voorhees University. Then on Friday, it will be the Tigers, the men Tigers in action. 7 p.m. will be the start as Fisher comes into town. So hopefully that you could join us for the next couple of evenings and also on the weekend as well. So we got plenty of basketball coming up over the next few days. So I hope that you join us. Once again, thank you to everybody who has commented in our YouTube page and also our Facebook page. We do appreciate all the comments. Big shout out to all the Tiger alums, Tiger Nation represented strong tonight. Also a shout out to Hornet Nation as well, as they rep really well tonight in the comment section. Well, for all of us here, I'm Clarence Jones. Make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 6 p.m., as the Lady Tigers take on Allen. But for now, hopefully that you'll have a good rest of your night, and we'll see you tomorrow night. So long, everybody.